to asking the cops for mercy.
That's all I was trying to do. Please do not. I'm asking you. 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 I'm asking you.
While prepared for the worst, these officers faced some of the most terrifying encounters on duty.
Hey, this chick's supposed to be.
What does that mean?
I don't. It's.
Pay attention to Alexis Gabe, 24 years old, pulling up to her ex-boyfriend Marshall Jones's house on Cedar Point Way in Antioch, California at 6:30.
Evan! 26 of them! 26 of them! Evan! Man! I don't know, man! Pull her the f down!
Let her, right away!
Dude, please do not tell me she's dead.
Touch her face, dude!
When officers respond to a report of a missing toddler, they can tell right away that there's more going on than meets the eye. But a gruesome discovery turns the investigation upside down, sending
It's not often you see two cops failing to overpower someone, but this guy has everything under control. He refuses to yield, even when the two cops are on top of him. What's impressive, though, is his sheer strength. Once he's got control of his bike, however, it's pretty much game over for the officers. After all, they can't cope with the guy's strength, let alone the bike pulling away at the same time. Suspects can go to great lengths to avoid arrest, and we've all seen their escape devolve into high-speed police chases. This guy is no different, as he dramatically races through the freeway after a traffic stop.
It's signal forward on the bridge. It's crashing on the bridge right now.
248?
Lake County, it just crashed on the bridge.
The police are fully prepared, though, catching the suspect off guard with their road spikes and making him crash into the side of the bridge. What they don't realize, however, is the fact that this guy will do anything to escape the clutches of the law.
It's on the top of the bridge right now. He's running right now. Looks like he might. He's like trying to hop off the bridge right now.
In an audacious attempt to flee, the suspect jumps off the bridge into the river underneath. This is a massive drop, and he's probably going to be sore for weeks. But hey, anything for freedom, right?
He's standing on the foot of the bridge. And he just jumped off the bridge.
Well, turns out jumping from a bridge and swimming through a river isn't that easy after all, because our suspect finds himself stranded in the middle with nowhere left to go. And before you know it, he's being rescued and arrested by officers on a police boat. Speaking of going to great lengths to escape the police, here's a stolen car speeding through Minnesota during an intense chase. There are two teenage suspects inside, and they're both being extremely reckless, so much so that they drive the vehicle off an overpass. Surprisingly, the teens escape the totaled car without any life-threatening injuries. The suspects don't even care that they've just had a massive crash as they get out and start running across the freeway. Once on foot and burdened by their injuries, there's only so much they can do. Despite their attempts to escape and outrun the police, it's only a matter of time before the officers catch up and make the arrest. Let's turn things down a notch and make them a little less dangerous for a sec, because this guy has been accused of carrying drugs with him to a festival, and now he's being chased through the streets by a police officer. There's no high-octane driving here, and let's be honest, the officer could have shown a little more haste. The suspect isn't exactly running away like the Flash and keeps stumbling in his effort to escape, but he does have a little trick up his sleeve. He stops himself to make it look like he's given up. However, as the officer thinks the chase is over, the suspect gets up and sprints away. He's quick and jumps into the river without hesitation, leaving the poor officer behind. His methods might not be graceful, but they are effective.
For an escape route, there's nowhere to go, so she makes a daring leap, jumping from roof to roof, then hops off, landing on someone's car.
Oh, that's not...
Believe it or not, the chase starts with her driving recklessly on the streets. She's a robbery suspect, and the police are after her. But she's a total daredevil, going to great lengths to avoid arrest.
The bizarre police chase started with the woman behind the wheel of this car, weaving through traffic in LA, coming dangerously close to hitting other drivers.
It's only when she's unable to elude the police that she decides to get out and climb on top of a rooftop for her mind-blowing acrobatics. That said, she can't run forever, and it's only a matter of time until the officers catch up.
This is where they're going to jump out.
Unable to shake the cops, she pulls over and makes a run for it, along with her male passenger. To the roof she goes, thinking maybe that...
As her last stand, she meets her partner in crime again on a roof and hugs him. Once they're done with their romance, it's finally time for this real handful of a couple to get arrested.
Gymnastics here.
The woman meets up with her partner in crime on the top of a shed.
Oh, there we go.
After one last romantic hug, it's time to give up.
Now here's one of the most bizarre police chases you're ever going to see. The Mustang driver's been wreaking havoc on the roads, driving off to the side and speeding his way through. But that's not it. This guy is here to have some fun with the police. He has a fast car, and there's no way the police can catch him in a straight line. So he proceeds to slow down at intersections, making it seem like he's ready to pull over, only to accelerate again right as the officers start getting out of their car. The chase continues for many more minutes, with the Mustang driver slowing down and speeding up again, and the officers don't seem to mind that either, going for 3 whole minutes without blaring out their first siren. It's a strange game of cat and mouse. It feels like the suspect could do this all day, but after being chased around for almost 5 minutes, he's had enough, and now he's ready to escape. So he pulls onto the freeway, puts the pedal to the metal, and makes the police eat dust. Sometimes you haven't caught the suspect even when you have, and you can't afford to slack off until you've put handcuffs on him. These officers haven't gotten the memo though, and think they've got everything under control. Well, at least until everything goes wrong. The suspect is quick-witted as he catches the officers off guard to escape the scene. Better yet, he's much faster on his feet than any of the cops, and from the looks of it, there's no way any of them are catching up to him. He's got stamina for days. Sure, the police could always call for backup and intercept him, but regardless of what happens now, he has made an absolute fool out of the cops, and they won't be happy about that one bit. Let's face it, police cars aren't exactly made to run off the tarmac, especially when up against an off-roading vehicle. So, when the officers decide to chase down this Polaris Razor, they're in for nothing but humiliation. The Razor is agile both on the road and through the fields, and the suspects driving it are also extremely reckless, making sharp turns at a whim. In fact, at one point they even drive on 2 wheels to escape the police. It's a crazy chase with incredible twists and turns as the cops keep up with the speeding vehicle despite all the obstacles for almost 5 minutes. However, once the Razor drives into some dense forest, it's game over for the police car. Sure, the officers try to rush into the woods on foot, but if they can't catch the suspects in their patrol vehicle, there's no chance they can do it while running. So after a few minutes of following tracks, the police eventually had to give up the chase. Once on foot and burdened by their injuries, there's only so much they can do. Despite their attempts to escape and outrun the police, it's only a matter of time before the officers catch up and make the arrest.
Reverse into those cops right there.
The truck was thrown into reverse and wove through the police cruisers that were trying to stop it.
This is nuts.
Going about...
Now, reversing out of a dead end is one thing, but the suspect also takes it to the next level by driving backward on the streets. And the police? They just let him reverse recklessly, hoping he crashes into something and stops by himself.
3 miles per hour, the suspect continued to drive backwards through traffic, with officers chasing.
The trick gets old pretty quickly, and the suspect has to turn his car around at an intersection. Once it turns into an old-school police chase, however, he's in the cops' playground, and things probably aren't going to work out for him.
It finally spins around the correct direction, only to run into several parked cars.
Predictably, the suspect loses control of his car and crashes. And from that point, it's your usual foot chase. But since he's been leading the police for a very long time, it doesn't last much longer, as a police helicopter makes him give up.
Oh no, no, no!
The suspect took off on foot while the LAPD chopper shone a light on him. He eventually gave himself up to police.
Here's a crazy scene from Australia as a man runs across the neighborhood with a police car behind him. The suspect has been driving recklessly across town, crashing into multiple vehicles on his way.
The desperate man legs it down Liberator Drive at Powalawi, trying to escape police who are hot on his...
He's led the officers on a wild goose chase and has totaled a bunch of cars on the way, including his own. Better yet, he's incredibly quick and doesn't even need his car to elude the cops as he effortlessly climbs fences to escape.
He runs into a driveway and jumps fences as officers sprint after him. Seconds before, his grey BMW station wagon crashed into...
There's only so much you can run through the suburbs before being intercepted, though, and that turns out to be the downfall for this guy too, as he's eventually arrested.
Chased him through the northern suburbs, at one stage terminating the pursuit for safety reasons. The Monopara West man's been charged with multiple offences, including dangerous...
Safe to say, he's in for a long sentence. We've all seen suspects diving into rivers to escape the police, but this guy has turned things up a notch by swimming into an ocean and getting a mile away.